Yes, mighty companion. This is Earl Purdy, your jamming Course in Miracles teacher. And we're doing today's lesson, which is lesson 8. And lesson 8 is, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Your mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This idea that your mind is preoccupied with past thoughts, well, that's the reason why you see only the past, because your mind is just preoccupied with past thoughts. Do you know that no one really sees anything? That a person only sees their own thoughts projected outward. A person only sees their own thoughts projected outward. Your mind's preoccupation with your past or your future is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your seeing suffers from your mind's preoccupation with the future or the past. That's the cause of your misconception about time, from which your seeing suffers. Do you know your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is? It is therefore true that your mind therefore cannot understand time, and your mind cannot in fact understand anything. Do you realize that the one wholly true thought that you can hold about your past is that it's not here now? To think about your past at all is therefore to think about illusions, things that do not exist right now. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. When you remember the past or anticipate your future, your mind is actually blank when your mind remembers the past or anticipates the future. Because when your mind remembers the past or anticipates the future, your mind is not really thinking about anything that's happening for real right now. The purpose of the exercises for today is to begin to train your mind. Train your mind to recognize when your mind is not really thinking at all. You need to train your mind to recognize when it's not really thinking. While thoughtless ideas of the past and future preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked while the past and future preoccupy your mind. Do you know that recognizing that your mind has merely been blank, rather than believing that your mind is filled with real ideas when it's thinking about the past and future, is the first step to opening the way to vision? The exercises for today should be done with your eyes closed. This is because you cannot actually see anything, and it is easier to recognize that no matter how vividly you may picture a thought, you are not really seeing anything just because you're picturing it. With as little investment as possible, search your mind for the usual minute or so, merely noting the thoughts you find there in your mind. Name each thought in your mind by the central figure or theme that thought in your mind contains, and then pass on to the next thought. I want you to introduce the practice period by saying, I seem to be thinking about whoever or whatever. Then name each of the thoughts specifically. For example, say, I seem to be thinking about, and then name the person. I seem to be thinking about, name the object. I seem to be thinking about, name the feeling and emotion. I seem to be thinking about it. I seem to be thinking about whatever, and so on, concluding at the end of your mind searching period with, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Or you could say, but my mind is preoccupied with past and future thoughts. I seem to be thinking about this or that, or this person or that person, or this situation or that situation. I seem to be thinking about this feeling or that feeling, but my mind is really preoccupied with past thoughts. My mind is really preoccupied with thoughts of the past or thoughts of the future. This can be done 4 or 5 times during the day, unless you find that doing this irritates you. If you find it trying, 3 or 4 times is sufficient. You might find it helpful, however, to include your irritation or even any feeling or emotion that the idea, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts, may induce in your mind searching itself. You can use anything that comes up in the mind searching itself as part of the lesson. So the thought is, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So let's play with that for a minute. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Your mind is preoccupied with past thoughts, which means your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the past. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the past. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the past and future. With thoughts of the past and future. With thoughts of the past and future. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the future. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the past. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the future. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the past. My mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the past. My mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the future. My mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the past. Now, thoughts of the past are thoughts about what is actually gone and over. And thoughts of the future are thoughts about things that are anticipated and not yet. So you could say it another way. You could say, my mind is preoccupied with not yet thoughts. My mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the not yet. My mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the gone. My mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the not yet. My mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the gone. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the not yet. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the past and the gone. Your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of the not yet. So that's the same as saying, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. My mind is preoccupied with future thoughts. Check out my website at www.earlpurdy.com. Got lots and lots of classes for you. I appreciate you. And remember, let peace extend from my mind and my heart to yours.